Hello, today we're going to be making soft pretzels. I'm going to be using my sourdough starter yeast instead of dry active yeast, but I'm going to give you the measurement for dry active yeast so you can make it at home without having a sourdough starter. I've got everything ready, so let's go ahead and get making our stuff. In my standalone mixer bowl, I have 3/4 cup of warm water. I'm going to go ahead and add in 1.5 teaspoon of sugar. I'm going to add in a teaspoon of salt. And then I'm going to add in my sourdough starter. I'm going to be using 1/2 cup of starter. The yeast equivalent is going to be 1 teaspoon of dry active yeast. Let's get this in here. Get that nice sourdough starter in here. Now, with using a starter, if you watched my cinnamon roll video that was in my earlier YouTube, I mentioned that you have to be able to adjust the moisture content of your dough. So my flour, you'll see me adding more than what I tell you simply just because I need to make that adjustment. Now that I have these ingredients mixed together or added, I'm just going to go ahead and give this a mix. I'm going to let this sit for 10 minutes and then we'll be back and we'll start adding more to it. It's been sitting here for 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and add 20 ounces of all-purpose flour. I'm going to add 2 ounces of butter. Mine got a little melted. Room temperature is fine. So I'm going to add my 2 ounces of butter, my 20 ounces of flour. I'm going to get all of my flour out of my bowl here. I want all of it into my dough, not elsewhere. I'm going to go ahead and attach this to my standalone mixer. And I'm going to knead this for 5 minutes. Now, if you do not have a standalone mixer, you'll just knead it by hand and you'll need to knead it for 10 minutes. I'm going to put this on medium and let this mix for 5 minutes. Okay, after 5 minutes of kneading, I'm just going to go ahead and take it off. I'm just going to shape it really quick. This is going to be a soft pretzel, so we're not developing the gluten really strong. It should still be a bread-like consistency. Get that in there really good. I have a lightly oiled pan here. I'm just going to go ahead and put my dough in here. I'm going to get it into a makeshift proofing box and let it double in size. If you don't have a proofing box, which I don't, I'm just going to be using my oven with a pan in the bottom, and I'm going to pour boiling water into that pan, and I'm just going to let this rest until it doubles in size. That's going to depend on all sorts of things. So we'll see you back in an hour. Now that it's doubled in size, we're going to take it and we're going to push out the gas. This is called punching it down. So we're just going to push out the gas. And I'm not going to actually work more with it, again, because we're making soft pretzels. And then I'm going to weigh out 7-ounce pieces. And this is where it gets tricky. Having a home scale is always the best. It just helps you make sure things are done. So 7-ounce pieces. I'm going to take that piece and I'm going to just go ahead and make it into a ball. Alright, here are my soft pretzel rolls. Well, right now they're rolls. I'm going to cover them in plastic wrap. I'm going to let them rest for another 10 minutes and then we'll shape them into pretzels and get them cooking. All right, now that they've rested under the plastic for 10 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and start shaping them and get them going, cooking. So this water bath here is 2.5 quarts of water, which is 10 cups. And then it's 2/3 cup of baking soda. And I'm gonna bring that to boil. And while that's heating up, I'm just gonna go ahead and take my dough and I'm gonna roll it out into approximately 2 feet. So we just get this rolling. Start at the center and work your way out. Now the cool thing with this recipe is you can make it a tighter pretzel and use it as a pretzel roll and have it with a sandwich. Put mayo, meat, whatever on it and have a pretzel sandwich. Now, I don't have a measurer here, so, well actually I do, my cutting board's right here. That's 1 foot right there. So I need to get it a lot longer. I got some fat spots here. Guess I should have cleaned up the flour off my counter. It's just rolling, sliding instead of rolling. All right, about 2 feet. And we're just gonna take it and we're gonna fold it over. Now again, if you wanna make a roll, you just make this tighter, get that tight in there, but I want my actual pretzels here. So. And the last one is done. I'm gonna get this guy out here and get it on the pan with the rest of them. So I have my 5 pretzels. I have an egg wash. The egg wash is 1 egg and about a teaspoon of water. And I have my salt here. I'm gonna just take my egg wash and I'm just gonna egg wash the pretzels. The oven is preheated to 450 degrees. I already have that set and ready to go. I'm just gonna get these guys egg washed really quick. The rest of the egg wash, you can actually cook that up and make a scrambled egg if you like, or it can just go down the drain. But to not waste food, cook it up. Have yourself a scrambled egg. It just has a little bit of water in it. And then I got those covered up. I'm gonna go ahead and take my salt and I'm just gonna generously salt my pretzels here. Then I will get them into the oven, 450 degrees for 12 minutes, and we'll see y'all back here. After 12 minutes, I pulled them out of the oven. I'm just gonna move them over to a rack to cool. Let them cool, and then enjoy them. A lot of people like mustard on them. Just, there you are. One more. And there is our soft pretzels.